Hey everyone, my name is Tony and welcome back to part 2 of SketchUp for beginners. We're going to continue and finish our house from part 1. As always, keeping it beginner friendly and sharing pro tips that hopefully will speed things up in your workflow. Let's get started. Welcome to part 2 of SketchUp for beginners. I highly recommend you watch part 1 where we were able to build the walls, the window and door openings, the porch steps, as well as the roof. From here, we're going to start adding details to our model and really add some life to the exterior design. And we'll finish with some pro tips that will really speed up the workflow. So next, we're going to add an exterior roof crown molding detail, which is a detail that goes around under the roof. We can easily do this with the follow me tool and a 2D shape. For example, you can draw a 2D shape like this, have a line, and that naturally follows the roof outline. Make sure both the polyline and the 2D shape are in the same group. Select your outline, and with the help of the follow me tool, you can take that 2D shape and extrude along that path. So from here, we can start adding a little bit more of detail. We can start with the entrance. For the front porch roof covering, we're going to reference the size of the larger step and create a rectangle. And then we're going to move this up 9 feet. And with the push-pull tool, we're going to push this back until it touches the wall. Next, we're going to create the post for vertical support. We're going to do this with the circle tool. Give it a 4-inch radius. And I'm going to use the move tool to position this inches from the edge of the first step. Then we'll turn it into a component and copy the same circle to the other side. So now we can edit this component and push-pull this so it touches the roof above. And we'll end up with something like this. Now we can easily add a flat roof here as well, but I want to do something that's also nice. Let's up this by another foot. So it looks something like that. So from here, I'm going to add a very similar molding detail. We're going to start with our 2D profile and position that at the corner. And then we're going to draw the path, which is going to be these 3 lines that will go around the porch covering. Next, I'm going to select these 3 lines, hit my shortcut W for follow me tool, select my 2D profile, and we'll end up with something like this. We'll make a group and move that to the corner. Now we can repeat the same steps and add a window trim detail. Let's start by drawing our 2D profile. This time I'm going to add arcs to the corners to simulate a round corner. Once again, select my path line, hit W for follow me tool, and click the profile to complete the step. And we'll end up with something like this. And because most of these windows are components, I'm actually going to copy this to the second floor. We'll turn this into a component as well. And now we can copy and paste this into the window component. And as you can see, all the other instances of my window are now updated with that detail. Let's repeat the same on the second floor. Let's quickly resize the trim detail to fit that second floor window. Let's go to soften edge and decrease the degrees to 0 so we can bring back those edges. And now we can resize this to the second floor window size. Let's soften the edges again, turn this into a component, and now we can paste in place inside our window. And lastly, we'll repeat the same workflow for the door. As you can see, things are really starting to come together. So let's repeat the same for the stairs. And we'll end up with something like this. Now that we're getting close to finishing our model, we can start to add some textures. One of the fastest way to bring textures into SketchUp is to simply drag and drop. You then want to scale this texture to a reasonable size. I'm going to press X, my shortcut to explode, and then right click and disable projected. And from here, I can select the paint bucket tool, hold Alt to sample that texture, and now I can go into my wall group, for example, and paint that over the faces. So next, I'll apply materials to the window frame. I'll go into my SketchUp materials, and I'm going to pick a dark gray color, and I'm going to select each object and just paint that material over. As for the window detail, let's suppose you have a random material applied to that object. Let's first rename that material, as well as you should for every other material. And now you can actually edit this material and be a little bit more intentional about its color. For example, I can select match color from object and pick one of the shades in my texture. And now I can use the edit to make it a little darker. So from here, I'm going to add all the details, all the molding details into this material as well. Keep in mind that you can also edit textures and desaturate the color and make it a little darker. And I can sample this material and apply it to the door. For the roof, we're going to pick one of SketchUp's roofing materials. And we're just going to paint right on the object. To scale the texture, we can right click, texture, and go to position. And now we can visually resize this to fit the object. Now, in case you ever end up with a texture that is not positioned right, for example, this one is a little sloped, you can always right click and reset so that it corrects the mapping coordinates, and then you can repeat so it visually matches the object again. So that's where we're going to wrap up. We covered quite a lot already, from modeling the entire house to adding details and materials, and I think everything ended up quite nicely. Now, originally I planned to finish the video around the simple landscape, but I think the landscape deserves its own dedicated video so we can go more in depth for beginners. So for part 3, let me know what you want to see next. That could be terrain tools, plant and trees, pathways, or if you want just faster workflow tips. So leave your ideas in the comment section and we'll build the next video around your suggestions. And that's gonna be all for this SketchUp for Beginners series. Hopefully you enjoyed part 1 and part 2, which you can watch on the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.